Welcome to Mrs. Peach Thrifty Living. I'm so happy you're here today. Today is Artisan Journal Prompt 2024. It's number 7 in this series. It's hosted by our friend Patty at Life with Patty. Go and see what everybody else has posted today. Everybody took their own interpretation of how to do this, and this will be my interpretation of it. I've been trying every time to keep it where that maybe someday that my children, somebody in my family would want it when I'm gone. And by the way, we have some little guests here today. This is Sammy. I got him about 35 years ago, not quite, probably 34. And this is Sarah. She's the new little kid on the block. And I just enjoy these little dollies a lot. I know there's several people that have dolls that they appreciate. You know, some people have teddy bears, some people have all kinds of things, and I do enjoy this. So I keep them around, and they're sweet to have. Today is the Artisan Journal, and if you see something you like, maybe if you don't even have a YouTube channel and would like to do this, you're welcome to do this, get this very idea and just go along with it and try to do what you would like to do. Also, if you are have a YouTube channel and would like to participate, Patty would be really happy to have you join. You can go over and watch her video telling all about this. It's easy. It's just enjoyable. I finally finished my cover page, and I want to show you it first. I took this piece of fabric I had showed you last week that I did. This right here, this paper is just the bag I cut up, and I cut the letters off and made it my Artisan Journal. And this is a piece of something I had in my craft section for a long time. And this is just one quilt block that I had gotten, I think, at a thrift store somewhere along the line. Cut it in half and just glued it on there. It's my cover. You can go back and watch each one of these and how I put them together. I'm going to just thumb through them. Of pictures, that was number 2. Number 3, I did this of my children, my grandchildren, and my great-grandchildren. This is winter, was week 4. Quote, week 5. Week 6 was Valentine's Day to our current week. Here's a bird's eye view. Patty said this week for it to be scrap paper, and my thought was, I have so many recipes that I've cut and put on scrap paper and didn't put them in a file or do anything with. And that's the direction I did. Over here, I did a little pocket to add to this. And this was one of the papers. And by the way, this was a roll of brown paper that I had. And so I just glued that on here. So I'm just gonna go over some of these. This is a recipe that I have made for years, and it's been a long time since I made it. It's called Lazy Daisy cake, and it's a really good, easy cake to make. And this one right here, this was caramel dumplings, and I had that in a cookbook. I think it was from Maine, a cookbook I got from Maine, and it was caramel dumplings. Really, really good recipe. And I've made it a few times. It's so rich, you guys. This piece of paper and wrote the recipe on, probably a back of an envelope. This is a really good recipe, and I think I might have made this on YouTube before. Look at my playlist and you might see. This one here was from a Betty Crocker cookbook, and I've made this at Christmas time many times. Prize-winning coffee cake is what it is, and it is really good. And I used to make this a lot. It's granola, and I left this where I just glued the top part down where you could read the back side of it, the instructions on it. That was my page 1. On page 2, I've made this many times, and I don't remember where I got this recipe, but it's a real light, fresh apple omelet. And I've always made it in my skillet, my iron skillet. This right here was a recipe my mom, in her own handwriting. Didn't she have beautiful handwriting? And she has made this a few times. And she didn't follow recipes an awful lot, but that was one of them. Now, I'm going to take this. I tucked some recipes in here that I'm going to show you. This one up here, I think this might have, I don't remember which cookbook this is. Scottish scones. I've made this several times and put it in the church cookbook, and another one of the sweet girls has made this one a few times. It is really easy and delicious to make. And when I had company a few times, I've made this clam sauce. When I have company, and have spaghetti, I usually make 3 sauces, or at least 2, and once in a while this one. The one is meat sauce, and the other is marinara sauce, and then this one I made clam sauce. So, you have a big bowl of spaghetti, and then you can put your own topping on it, whatever you want. And then this was a piece of one of the little, and I put some little washi tape on it and wrote what this was. Artisan Journal Prompt 2024 week scrap papers. And in my scrap paper one, I want to tell you about this. This was one from Uncle Mike, my brother-in-law. He used to make this homemade salami out of hamburger. And this is the whole recipe, front and back. Well, not much on the back side of it. And they said it was really, really, really good. So I don't know that anybody's ever interested in that, but it's there. I don't know that I'll be making it, but I can post it better, or you can do a still shot and make it from here. That was one of the recipes I wanted to save. This next recipe, I made this a time or two, and it was so good. It is spicy Italian vegetarian sausages. It makes 8 links, and you have to buy some food that I don't normally keep on hand, but at that time I did have it, and it was so good. Actually, I froze some, and I would take them out, and my husband liked it as well as I, and it was a veggie sausage. And here's the more of the instructions on the back side. You are welcome to stop this and take a still of it. And I don't remember exactly where I got this from, but this was a really good recipe. Another scrap when I'm expecting company, a lot of times I will take and start writing down ideas for food that I might be having while the company's there. And this was one of those little notes. Let's see what I get on the back. Oh, here's another one on the back. Some of the food that I thought of having or made, I can't even remember. The very last piece I'm going to show you today. Oh, this piece of paper is so old. It was from a magazine, and it looks like some good recipes on here, and I always thought, oh, I should make some of this. You know how you tear out this and that? This one sounded really interesting. Salt rising bread. You can see right there. And you can see the name of the person. I hope they're okay with it. This came from an old Women's Circle magazine. You can see that right there. There was another one I put here that sounded fun. Seafoam candy. How's that sound? And so I just saved these, and this is my Artisan Journal, Prompt 2024. And I hope you enjoyed it today. And I pray God just blesses you today. Come back and join me every time. There's a whole mixture of different things I do on this channel, from my life story to a glimpse, that's a glimpse of my life. These are all in a playlist. And you can join me. Just go look at my playlist. And I try to mark everything. And if you like, just for fun, go look at my shorts. There's some pretty cute ones on there. I just did one this week. It had, I seen a lady. She had 6 dogs on her leash. And I thought, oh, I want to video her. And I asked if I could. And she said it was okay. And I did a little 15-second. And the last I looked, it was about almost 7,000 views on it. It's kind of cute. So go and check those out. It's just fun. I enjoy doing it, and a whole mixture there. So God bless you. I'll see you tomorrow. And like, subscribe, comment, and share.